Hi, I'm Mona. This is a Sacred Geometry Universe chit chat session. Right? So, I've been doing some chit chat sessions because of the epiphanies and the dreams that I'm having, and this is the stuff that people going through like awakenings, and this is the stuff they don't show you about. Their moments of insanity, basically, right? Trying to figure out, why am I thinking this stuff? Why am I going through this? Why am I dreaming about this stuff? Why am I having these visions? Why, just tripping the fuck out, right? And so basically that's what I'm going through right now, right? But I've been going through this for the past few days, and I've been having to do some research and some reading and all this extra stuff. And I finally have come to the conclusion of what it is now. Because at first I was like, okay, it's just and we're talking about the tarot, okay? At first I was like, it's just a fucking card game. How am I getting so emotional and what? And so I'm just like, why am I feeling a certain way about certain stuff? And man, I can't believe, because there's too many things that readers were saying that I was catching that just is not making any sense to me. Like, how can they be saying these things and people be anyways. And so for some reason I had the thought about what does the Bible say about false prophets? Yeah, that is what I've been tripping on this whole time, about the false prophet thing. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. For whoever's catching this, anyways, because, like I said before, if you guys know, like, I've been on YouTube for like 3 years. Okay, people are like, "Oh, she's new." I'm not new. I just don't advertise, and I don't pay for subscribers or pay for likes. I just figure if whoever finds me, they'll find me because they need to, right? And I don't have a lot of spiritual friends, so I wouldn't even know how to advertise this, right? And in case you didn't know, YouTube sends creators like the opportunity to pay for so many subscribers, and you can do that to make your channel look like you have a lot of people there, and that's what draws in more people to watch your videos. That's deceptive. I don't do that, okay? And you will see people like they've been on YouTube or something for a year, and they have like 50,000 subscribers. It's like, because that was the boost that they gave themselves to, boost their channel, right? Well, those are for people who are trying to make dough off the channel, right? I'm not really, YouTube has basically brought my confidence level up. I didn't never used to like to take pictures, or I never was confident about my speaking abilities, or if I never thought I was smart enough. But you know what? This has showed me that, yeah, too many people in my life have been bringing me down and saying all kinds of shit to make me have low self-esteem and stuff. So YouTube has definitely helped me with that. Also, the tarot, I've been doing it for such a long time now, and even I've given, readings, personal readings, and everything has been okay, right? But there's one thing, and I never do that on a face-to-face personal reading. I never say that it's a message from God or anything. I never really say that, because in the moment, in the heat of the things, doing a reading for a person who's in front of me, for some reason that doesn't come out, anyways. But it did come out sometimes when I was doing readings, and I'm like, and that always stood out to me. Like, should I be even saying that? Because no, I don't think I am, and I don't think anybody should be. It's kind of like, saying, "Oh, what message does Spirit have for you today?" No, that's kind of like name dropping to make it seem like you are God's messenger. You're actually trying to play like you're Jesus. I've come to realize that from doing research in the Bible. Also, like, I'm not sure that many tarot card readers know how the tarot came about. Um, if you watch tarot, you might want to check that out. You might want to check that out and where it came from. Now, if you are some people are actually using the tarot for good, right? As in, they'll read whatever the cards say and stuff like that, and then at the end they have good advice, right? Now, if you are working with spirit, or you are trying to heal others in the proper way, right, then you will do it properly. You won't, like, say stuff like, this person is in a bad relationship. I hate people who, you won't talk like that. You have to be neutral in all situations. You do. You can't be getting pissed off because a divine masculine has made the choice to be unhappy in a marriage. You cannot be mad at that person. That is not anyone's place to say, right? And you cannot be like, spirit says you have to divorce that person, or you have to get out of that terrible. You can't say that. That's being a false prophet, by saying that spirit says you have to, or the message is that you have to. Don't shoot the messenger. You're not a whose messenger are you? You're not a messenger of spirit. You are not. And a lot of people out there who are saying they are messengers, they're quoting the Bible, dude. How can you quote the Bible and not quote what the Bible says about being a false prophet? I don't know about the Bible. I don't fear the Bible, but I am being led by my spirit team. I feel I have one, okay? But I also feel that if you are going to be a tarot reader, this is my opinion, because I saw some terrible things and some visions, and I do not want to claim that shit no more, okay? Because the karma that comes along with it doesn't look good to me. All right, so that's why I'm not going to say that shit anymore. Every reading that I give is coming from me and my own mind, okay? If I said it came from me, not from spirit. I'm not going to use spirit to try to convince anybody of anything ever again. That's being a false prophet, okay? That's just like claiming that you're Jesus. How can you do that? If you're a terror, how can you do that? And they're doing it like on YouTube all openly like that, and people are like, yes, praise, amen, and all that. No, that's being a false prophet. And the one reason why how I figured this out, right? And I feel so much better. I feel like a weight has been lifted, because I'm going to still do the tarot. I no longer want to watch tarot readings from other readers, because I know that's they're using as, to try to gain subscribers, or even sell their shit. Me, everything is free. I have a gift to read the cards. And not just, the gift like it came out of nowhere. I fucking studied. I looked into esoteric. I looked into numerology. I looked into runes, right? The loteria. I looked into cartomancy. I fucking studied. That's why I can read all these things, because I studied, and I'm studious, and I'm proud of that. And I'm not, and the way I see it is spirit wants me to be proud of the hard work that I did to know how to read these cards and all of these things, and using my own life experiences to help people get through their own trials of life. That is the way, if spirit is involved anywhere in this, that is the way spirit wants the readers to relay the messages, not from him. Because he's not the one saying. You are the one saying, if you're the tarot reader, right? And so, if anything, if you have a gift, you have the gift of being able to read the cards because you're studious, right? Now, I've also seen, because I've studied all of those different types of things, I've seen readers try to throw like runes in all of a sudden, like they know how to read it, and they are doing that shit all wrong. I studied that shit, okay? And I also see other people do it, and what are they? But people are like, oh, it's because, you do it your way, I do it my way. And those readers are most likely watching 10 or 15 other readers a day because they have their favorite readers and that's where they focus. So they're getting their stories and everybody's stories are getting mixed up. Oh, I'm resonating with this reader over here and that reader over here. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't resonate with the readers. Why? Because I've already been through the situations that they've been in. So I don't need to hear their stories or whatever. I will relay my messages, the stories that and the things that I've been through for anybody who's resonating with the stories that I come up with. And I will do my best to try and give good, sound advice. I'm never going to tell anybody to wait for anybody, not wait for any twin flame. I'm never going to claim that I'm psychic or anything like that. Because if I was, don't you think that I would already have won like the mega millions or huge whatever? Don't you think I would have already, because I would have been psychic enough to get those numbers? And if I did get those numbers, what would I use that money for? You better believe I would use it to help the world somehow or to help some organizations, you know. And how many readers are doing that? I haven't seen not one. So it's like, I don't, the psychic thing, I'm just not, especially when people are trying to be psychic and psychic, in situations or about things that are just so common where they live. Like somebody tried to be like they were psychic and I looked into it and that shit that they said is common where they live, you know. That happens all the time when certain events or things happen, you know. You're gonna have that shit, you know. I mean, what can I say, you know? If you're gonna be psychic, you know, why not prophesize some fucking natural disaster so you can fucking save lives, you know, shit like that. Okay, so you know, um but I feel good now. And you know, for any of you that are catching these chit chats because I sound real confusing on the tarot channel and you're like, I want to see what's going on with Mona, what the fuck is going on with her, why is she saying all this stuff, you know, you kind of have to watch all the chit chats that I've been doing, you know, because and you'll see my ups and downs and my ideas and fucking shooting down this idea and just being confused and then finally coming to this conclusion today, right? No one ever shows you this shit. And part of it, dude, the other day I was fucking crying. Like, what the fuck does this mean? You know, tripping out by myself in here in the trailer in the middle of fucking nowhere. But that's the shit we go through. People who are actually trying to figure shit out, you know. And I don't know how many people. I have to separate myself from society and civilization because I don't want to be swayed in any of my decisions. And I know that a lot of people don't do that out there. People can't put their fucking phone down, you know. They got to be watching videos or doing this or doing that, looking at, you know. I have a really freaking strong will. So, and I can watch readings if I want, but I made a conscious decision not to, you know. I'm good with that. So, what have I been doing besides readings or watching YouTube readings? Get this. Walking my dog, reading. I like to knit little hats, so I'm working on a little hat. I also like, if I do watch YouTube, I'm watching, you know, shit like America's Got Talent or whatever, because I like to see people succeed and be happy and, like, you know, whatever. Also, I like watching do-it-yourself stuff because, you know, I like to build my own shit. So that's what I do with my time. Things that are gonna enlighten me, make me feel better. I also cook all my own foods. I organize my place and keep it clean all the time. I keep my space nice. You know, I pray. I meditate. I do shit that's beneficial to me. Watching readings is not, because first of all, it's rare that you can get any good advice. It's basically somebody wanting to tell you how miserable someone else's life is without you or some shit like that. I'm not trying to say, I'm trying to find solutions here. I'm not trying to, you know, and those kind of readings that people do, like, oh, this person, you know, they're getting this and they're, or STDs and just, oh my God, by them like saying that stuff, and especially if a person, because people, they can get really hung up on this shit and really really like, oh my god, and it's the cards, they were designed to resonate with everybody. It just depends on if you have a colorful story to tell, something that that keeps people on the edge of their seats, and there are good storytellers like that out there, but you cannot take all that shit serious. You can manifest. I believe in manifestation, but you have to do it right. If you're constantly telling somebody from these stories that, oh, they're cheating on you and they're doing this and they had a baby and they did this, that, and the other, you can actually manifest that stuff. And that's why I try not to, I try to read the cards nicely without adding any additional stuff. I try not to get too wild and crazy about it, but because I don't want anybody to think that what I'm saying is their story, because all readers say, take what resonates, don't make the shoe fit if it doesn't, whatever, right? You can say that all day, but people are gonna try to make that fucking shoe fit. And I know it's not your responsibility, but at least you cannot get so outlandish with these stories, because people will try to fucking they'll think, oh my god, that's really happening, it's got to be happening, I don't know, I haven't seen it with my eyes, but I bet you people will be like that. It's kind of like the hypochondriac thing, people thinking like, oh, it's cold outside, I gotta wrap up or I'm gonna catch a cold. Oh, I'm gonna catch a cold because my hands are, I'm cold. Next thing you know, they caught a fucking cold. They manifested that shit. That's what being a hypochondriac is. And you can do that with just your words on here. So I want to be very careful in the future now. I don't want anybody to be tripping out on my readings. I want to find solutions and healing for people. And I'm not going to use the God or the universe, or I'm a messenger, a divine man. I'm not going to use that to try and make myself sound better, because I want people to come to me and understand that I'm here to help. I'm not here to manipulate. I'm not here to sell you garbage, okay? I'm here to be honest with you. And I don't, and any messages I do receive from, my angels or ancestors or the universe, whatever, those messages are specifically only for me. And I will never talk about my own personal, well, I did, because I told you guys I had some epiphanies and I had to do research, but that shit was for me, not for anyone out there, for me and me alone. Just like if you spend time on your own, you will also, if you keep your eye out, if you know how to look for that, and that takes a lot to learn how to receive these messages, but you will also receive messages that are just for you. Okay, these cards were designed to resonate with everyone. Now, depending on if you're seeing too many readings, they're all going to start meshing in together. I choose not to watch any more readers because I don't want to be influenced by anyone anymore. Everything I do is based off of my own thoughts and my own life experiences, and I'm not going to name drop the universe or God to try to make myself look better. I'm not. So if y'all are still around, even though you understand that this is how I feel about it, thank you. And it's probably because you might feel the same way as I do, that nobody should be name dropping, like that. That ain't right. But I am here to help people, and I want to help people to heal from whatever traumas they have, because I had a whole shitload of them, and I was able to get through a lot of them on my own. So if I can help anybody get through their stuff, then that would be freaking awesome, right? So far, this is the last chit chat that I'm talking about these epiphanies that I've received here in New Mexico. I will say another reason why I've decided this has come to me a year ago, and I didn't follow my intuition, but I did change the spiel to do not live your life by the tarot. Before, I didn't used to say that. But because I got that epiphany before, I just said that, don't live your life by the tarot, because I was too afraid to admit what I'm telling you now. And it did come to me another time, and I was just like, no, I can't say that. People are going to trip out. They're going to be pissed off about what I'm saying. But then it came again, the third time, and 3 times charm, you guys. And now I'm in New Mexico, and that shit came stronger. Not only did it get stronger, but I got bad, like, nightmare visions of, the people who are saying, like, they're gonna get karma. You can, if you're a reader and you catch this and you realize, like, oh shit, the Bible does say that. How can you be quoting stuff and the Bible says so much about being false prophet? If you realize that and you are quoting the Bible, you can ask for forgiveness, because it was like before, maybe you just didn't know. And it's hard to know, especially when you got all these readers out here claiming to be, I don't know, you guys. So I don't know. I don't know. But, that's all I'm going to talk. I just saw 2020, though, so that might resonate. I don't know. But, that's all I have so far for right now. I love the tarot. I like doing it. All those messages, and even in the past, if I have said, oh, what spirit has a message for you, whatever, now spirit knows that uh I was naive. I was unknowing. I didn't know. I thought, because I've had some experiences with spirit that I don't really talk about too much, and this was a serious one. And so, yeah. um and I'm going to be quoting something from the Bible. I'm not a Bible person, but this one quote, out of all the whole hundreds of things that the Bible says about no prophets, this is the one that stood out to me in regards to the tarot, and it freaking scared me. And it's like, and when you do things, it's like using God or the universe, whatever, their name in vain. Ooh, the karma, can you imagine? And so and that's just making me feel like, what? The universe doesn't want you to say it's from them, because it's not from them. It's coming from your mouth. Be proud of what you say. Be proud of what you know how to do. Be proud that you have the knowledge to share to help people. And that's basically it. That's what I feel that spirit is saying. You know, be proud that you don't need to say spirit. That's coming from your mouth, your mind, your experiences. It's not coming from spirit's mouth. It's not. And that's coming from someone who does not fear the Bible, but I did enough research to know that, I believe in God, and I believe that some of the stuff, common sense stuff in the Bible, is all right. And I'm seeing 2222 right now, okay? So that, okay? That's part of numerology stuff. You can look that stuff up too. So I just feel really, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my chest or off my back now that I have revealed this, and I understand that part now. So who knows what the next epiphany is going to be? Probably another crazy ass thing, but I understand now. I don't want to be influenced by others, but I do want to help people by using the tarot to help others heal. And that's pretty much it. I'm not trying to be deceptive or take money or do anything like that. No, and I'm not trying to claim that I'm anybody but me, Mona. So that's all I have for you guys. Yeah, I'm Mona, the Sacred Geometry Universe, Chit Chatty. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.